Tensions between the United States and Cuba have surged after U.S. prosecutors filed charges over the 1996 shootdown of two civilian aircraft in the Florida Straits, naming former Cuban leader Raúl Castro and other officials. The case, tied to an incident that killed 4 people, has instantly reopened one of the most volatile chapters in U.S.-Cuba history. Havana has hit back sharply. Cuban Deputy Foreign Minister Carlos Fernández de Cosio accused Washington of weaponizing the indictment as a pretext for broader political pressure and possible military escalation. He warned that any attempt to act against Cuba under this justification would be met with fierce resistance, framing the move as part of a long-running strategy of coercion against sovereign states.
This accusation carries an additional threat, since it is known of the dark practice of the United States to use accusations like these to act militarily against sovereign states. It should be clear that any attempt to use this excuse for an action against these comrades within Cuba will be met with fierce resistance from the Cuban people. That is what I can say about these accusations.
President Miguel Díaz-Canel escalated the rhetoric further, dismissing the charges as politically manufactured and legally baseless. He insisted Cuba acted in legitimate defense of its airspace in 1996 after repeated violations, while accusing Washington of constructing a narrative designed to justify escalation against the island.
As a guerrilla leader and statesman, he won the love of his people, in addition to the respect and admiration of other leaders in the region and the world. These values are his best defense and a moral shield against the ridicule of diminishing his stature as a hero.
Inside Havana, reactions remain divided between skepticism and defiance. Some see the indictment as another cycle of U.S. political messaging, while others warn of rising pressure but still express confidence that Cuba will avoid direct confrontation, even as economic strain deepens.
It happened with Venezuela that they accused it of drugs, that of the sons, but that was already clarified. And well, now this is another invention of theirs, a skirmish to accuse Raúl too. That's what I understand.
Adding weight to the crisis, the U.S. Navy has deployed the USS NIMITZ carrier strike group into the Caribbean, a powerful signal of force featuring fighter jets, destroyers, and support vessels. As legal accusations, political warnings, and military positioning converge, both Washington and Havana are now locked in a tense standoff where diplomacy, law, and power projection are colliding in real time.